YouTubers, what is up? Chris, ask me why I'm in a good mood.
Why are you in a good mood, Vinny Shell?
Because today is National Star Wars Day. For some of us nerds out there that have had Star Wars as a part of our lives, our entire lives, this is, I don't want to say bigger than Jesus because that's what the Beatles said, but this is pretty big. This is pretty big. We did Star Wars Part 1 at the very beginning of this year or end of last year, and we are now going to do Star Wars Part 2 for National Star Wars Day, today, May 4th. So all of you fellow nerds out there, may the Force be with you. I can talk about Star Wars forever. I mean, I only show you guys this part of the man cave, but I've got other nerdy stuff around here. I've got nerdy stuff out on the walls in the hallways. I think as Meatloaf said, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. That's pretty much what I told my girlfriend when she moved in here. And I said, I will not take down my Star Wars memorabilia. So, yeah. I'm here all night, folks. So,
glad you're in a good mood.
I am. I love today. And obviously, it's no joke. We're recording this slightly in advance, so this will air on May 4th. But by the time this airs, I probably will have a blue lightsaber or some other alcoholic Star Wars themed drink in my hand. I will be doing another Vinny Chill Nugget of Wisdom and be posting that soon to go with this. Another Star Wars themed cocktail for you, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, we'll say hello to Mando, Grogu, and of course the pilot and co-pilot of the Falcon here, Mr. Han Solo and Chewbacca. Han Solo, rest in peace. But yeah, let's get started. For book number 1, we got a few spec books for you tonight, and got also a few slabs and some other key issues for you. So I've briefly mentioned this book before in the past, but bringing it out again to talk a little bit more in depth about it. And I don't know there, maybe that's it. So we've got from a few years back, this is Darth Vader Volume 1, and this is number 3, right? Yeah, number 3 from 2015. The first appearance of Dr. Aphra and her 2 droid sidekicks. So as of the date of this episode, I know we've talked about it in the past, but they are dangerously close, Disney is, to signing the actress that played Quake in the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show to play the live-action Doc Aphra in an upcoming Disney Plus series. So it's gone from rumor to basically like any day now they could make that announcement official. So this book, since I got it a couple of years ago, just keeps going up and up. So I will say this is definitely a book that if you don't have it by now, the train has definitely left the station. The only question is, if it's like everything else these days, like the first Ahsoka appearance, where is that train going to stop? So if it's gone from like $80 in a 9.6, which is what I got it for, to like $250, $300 in a 9.6, where it kind of is now, is that still a good deal? Is it going to be worth $500 a year from now when they are already making the show? Who knows? So you might still want to grab it, or you might sit back and wait on the sidelines and see if it cools off.
It's tough with these Star Wars books, man, because you don't really know. I mean, some of them are sitting there forever. You can find them in dollar bins, things like that. Now some of them hitting, easy $1,000. My last pickup was, as far as slab goes, is Star Wars Kanan #6 from 2015. Basically, it's the first full appearance of Ezra Bridger, Captain Syndulla, Sabine Wren, and Zeb. And I don't know Chopper's first appearance. I can't remember. But these are the characters they're thinking. Ahsoka's probably looking for Ezra. Thrawn played a big role in the Rebel series. We all know we're looking for him and things like that to pop up. They had that whole, spoiler alert, it's been out for months now, but End of Mandalorian, Grogu was found by another Jedi, so kind of Jedi are out there. It looks like Luke's, maybe at the point in the timeline, he's basically getting his temple together, trying to find recruits. So, we'll see how it goes. But I mean, I don't know. This is the one I wanted to have for the collection that I felt was affordable, and just happy to have it.
That's a nice pickup. And I will dovetail with that, I guess, in reverse order, because my next book is going to be Kanan the Last Padawan #1, and it's really the first cameo of a couple of those, but again, this is from 2015. So you've got first appearance of Kanan, first Ezra Bridger, Chopper, Sabine Wren, and Zeb. But this is really more regarded as their cameo appearance. Like you said, you've got the full. So yeah, but both of these books, 1 and 6, are what you want to have. So if you can grab them now, I would definitely do that. I think these are going to be coming into the live action. It's only a matter of time as they expand their Disney Plus Star Wars universe. So be on the lookout, and I would grab those sooner than later.
Yeah, Filoni loves his work he did on Rebels and everything like that. Seems like a lot of that's tying right in, and Favreau's work with him closely. So, do you want to go through some big books? I basically have I think what's cheap Star Wars spec.
So yeah, I've got one more big book to do, and again, it was one that I dropped, I think, very briefly in passing as part of a haul video. But I've got a few spec books too after this. If you're interested to hear more about the original 1977 and late 70s, early 80s run, go back and watch our first episode on Star Wars. We covered a lot of the key issues in that run. But yeah, we're talking more about the expanded universe now. And so sticking with the whole Thrawn theme, we got here from 1995, Star Wars Heir to the Empire #1. Now this book has shot up. I got this at the end of last year in an 8.5, and that was already a little bit pricey, but it's gone up even from there in the last few months. So this just keeps going up. The fever pitch is going crazy. This, of course, is the first appearance of Grand Admiral Thrawn and Mara Jade, who becomes the wife of Luke. This was based on the book by the same name by Timothy Zahn that came out earlier in the 90s. So they are really close to having Thrawn make an appearance. Could be Mandalorian season 3, could be the Ahsoka Rosaria Dawson show. You've also got a rumor out there that the character from Nebula from Marvel, she's being looked at to play Mara Jade, or so the rumor goes, in live action Star Wars. So we'll see if that comes to pass. Not sure, but Karen Gillan, love her work from back in the Amy Pond Doctor Who days. So I would be psyched to see her play the redhead Jedi, first villain and turned love interest of Luke. So again, this book is a bit pricey. Again, train has kind of already left the station, but I think it's just going to keep going up and up and up and up. So I would say grab it now.
Yeah, man, it seems like they're going to use this kind of area of the timeline maybe to make the next set of movies, shows, things like this. The Mandalorian is in between, the, how do you put it, 4, 5, and 6. And, 7, 8, and 9. So it seems like they're going to milk this timeline for all it's worth, and it's going to be interesting to see if basically a non-force wielding villain can hold maybe another trilogy against some Jedi or however they're going to be classified at this point. So.
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit for my spec books, because I think the way things are looking, that they sort of ended the run at the end of the Star Wars, like the Skywalker saga, and that's about out into the future as they're going now. Now they're going back, like you said, they're doing these Disney Plus shows, and they're doing some new novels, like Timothy Zahn again just did another Thrawn novel. So now they're starting to fill in that gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, using a lot of that old novels from like the 90s and stuff as resources for material for that. But then at the same time, you've got the comics now, which are High Republic Adventures by IDW and Marvel, and you've also got talking some of the higher ups at Lucasfilm. I think they've been on the record and said that their favorite Star Wars game, or maybe even video game, ever made was Knights of the Old Republic #1 from years and years ago for the original Xbox. And there's talk of remaking that entire game for like the new platforms. And also, I think they've still got kicking around at least a live action movie. I thought the two guys, I thought maybe, was it? I don't know. I'm going to stop there. I don't know. But there were rumors that they were going to take that sort of script and turn that into a live action show or movie. So I think you've got sort of like parallel tracks going from both of those Star Wars timelines.
Yeah. No, I love High Republic and High Republic Adventures right now. It's a great read. It's just every book is kind of hitting, the app and whatever, and it's, hard to get them unless they're on a pull list. The variants are going through the roof. So there's some great stories to go there. I think we're gonna have Star Wars for years. It just had a little bump in the road, and they're gonna right the ship.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. I'm going to some spec.
All right.
So some of these were in dollar boxes, but as we all know, there really isn't a dollar box anymore. Everything's like $2. And in the case of Star Wars, probably the $5 or $10 box. So I have Star Wars, Episode 1, Obi-Wan.
Nice.
One shot. Basically, it's the first Darth Maul in his own story. So there's a couple covers to this. There's this cover, and there's a photo variant with Ewan McGregor on it. So I know it's heating up a little. This book's still out there. I know it's not the first appearance of Darth Maul, but it's got a little heat. Pretty sweet cover if you want to throw it on the wall, things like that. I don't know. I think it's worth grabbing. If you see them, they're cheap. Let me see. I'm going to do another one real quick.
All right, man.
This one's not in the dollar box anymore, but you mentioned Ahsoka. So this is Mace Windu, #5. So this is the first appearance of Ahsoka in Marvel continuity. So basically, as all those, every YouTube channel says the same thing, and everyone sees it in the market. As those first appearances get out of the realm of most collectors, I think Ahsoka's pulling an easy $1,200 to $1,500 for that Clone Wars #1. Some of these, second appearances, origins, these kind of MCU or canon appearances are starting to pick up steam, because the next best thing is what you can get if you can't get the best thing. So, and another pretty sweet cover. This whole run is pretty good. Nice little read for Mace Windu.
So it's like we've got this like forced connection going on here, because you didn't know what my next book is going to be, but that perfectly leads into what I was going to talk about next. So next book for me is this Star Wars Jedi Mace Windu from Dark Horse back in 2003. Now, it's a little beat up, but it is the newsstand, And would you believe I found this out in the wild for $5? Like, damn. Yeah, this is pulling in the newsstand 120 to 400 in the mid to near mint ranges. So this was a steal. There's less than 20,000 of these printed. And it's the first appearance of Asajj Ventress, who is a bounty hunter and apprentice at one point to Count Dooku. Now, she made her first appearance here in 03. She already had her first appearance in the show, the CGI, like the original Clone Wars movie that came out, I think it was 2007, which was the precursor to the Clone Wars TV show. So she's already been in that, but who knows if they bring her back or not. But I think she was a really cool character, and yeah, that this book is a great sort of one-off to have.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know with a lot of these characters. I forget if she gets killed in canon somewhere, but I mean, we all thought Darth Maul was dead. They realized 15 minutes of screen time and 3 lines wasn't enough. The popularity, I mean, all of a sudden you're a set of metal legs from being in 2-3 more movies, several seasons of shows, and you're all good to go. Let me see. I'm gonna run out. I got 2. These are basically $5 books, $2 books. But I think they got a lot of spec potential. Poe Dameron number 2. This is the first appearance of Captain Phasma. Basically, I mean, I just always think she got kind of robbed on the screen time. They were, pumping up the character when those movies came out. She was kind of, again, like that 15 minutes of fame. But she does have that armor that reflects, blasters. She's got the staff, which is reminiscent of the Mandalorian, basically, which can go up against a darksaber, a lightsaber, things like that. So just wonder if they're gonna kind of retcon that, and all of a sudden she's got Beskar armor somehow, and obviously where'd she get that? Probably from some Mandalorian. So I'm just wondering if they're gonna bring her into the Mandalorian show, or somehow, really give this character its due. These books are out there. I picked this up for $1 probably only a few months ago, so not too many people know about that. And another Kanan book is...
How many books are you doing?
Number 10. This is the last one. Number 10. This is a good spec here. Kanan number 10 is the first appearance of Fen Rao. Fen Rao is a Mandalorian. He leads the Protectors, and he's featured pretty prominently in the Rebels series. So he does make it out of Rebels unscathed. So I could see him hooking up with Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian and everything else, and getting tied in. And this is definitely, you can find this for under $5. Everyone is focused on number 1 and number 6, and these 10s are out there in the boxes getting passed over. I could easily see them bringing him into the Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, all those kind of shows. I mean, he's a really good character in Rebels, so I would go grab that.
Yep. Well, I will stick with that sort of Fett theme that you just mentioned. So you've heard us talk on this show before. Chris opened up the unboxing of the Jango Fett, so we have his first appearance, some original artwork. Chris already displayed the first first Jango Fett book. And I've got a few other Jango Fett books. So I wanted to drop one on you guys tonight. So we've got here, this is Jango Fett Open Seasons number 3 from 2002. This is about a $50 book all day. I was actually able to find it in the wild for a lot less, but on Key Collector, it's $50 all day. And it's first appearance of Kamari Vosa, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's the another apprentice to Count Dooku for a while. So I talked about Asajj. Now this was another Count Dooku apprentice. So again, who knows? It seems like, you know, Django may be done and got what he deserved in the Attack of the Clones. But, you know, with Bobo getting his own show, maybe people that his father knew are going to make their way to Tatooine to where he set up shop now in his own show. So we'll see. And then I've got 2 left. Are you done, Chris? You want me to just do mine back to back?
Oh, I'm done.
All right. So I've got 2 other spec books again, because I think there's going to be some Knights of the Old Republic. I think there's going to be some High Republic stuff from way back in the day when it was classic Jedi versus Sith. So I will go with this book here. This is actually exactly what I just said. This is Star Wars Jedi versus Sith number 2. This is from 2001. Now, what Chris just mentioned was when you can't get the first appearance, the next best thing is the second appearance. So Star Wars Jedi versus Sith number 1 is the first appearance of Darth Bane. This, number 2, is, of course, the second appearance of Darth Bane. So this is like a $5 book all day, and I'm not really sure why. Darth Bane is a huge character, so I would go out and grab this now. This is still out there for $5 or less, and second appearance. So I think that character is going to make his way into the mainstream, and people are going to be going after this one because it's not, the first one is actually not out of the stratosphere. I mean, you're talking triple digits, but it's not, untouchable at this point. But why do that when you can just get this for $5? And then last but not least, I've got Star Wars Legacy. Now I have, except for number 1, I have pretty much the whole run. There's several key issues in the Star Wars Legacy run from 2006. So I will save a few of the other ones for Star Wars Part 3. But after issue number 1, the next best issue is number 2. So this is Star Wars Legacy number 2, Dark Horse from 2006. This goes anywhere from like $30 to $80 in a mid to like near mint range. So issue number 1 is your first appearance of Cade Skywalker, first Darth Krayt, first Darth Neil, first Darth Malady, and a few other characters. So this being issue number 2 is their second appearance. But then on top of that, they also introduce Darth Talon, Darth Rune, and a few other characters have their first appearance in this issue. So in this one issue, you've got a few first appearances and a few second appearances. And again, these are, Cade Skywalker. These are other big, like Darth Talon, Darth Krayt. You've got some big bads that I think they're going to make their way into some either cartoon, CGI, live action. I think we're going to be seeing more of those characters to come. So again, this would be a good grab.
Good stuff, man. I haven't been able to find any Star Wars that wasn't pretty much marked up in a long time.
So that, I was able to get those, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago or whatever. So, and actually I haven't come across other copies of them, but if I do, I'll scoop them up for you for sure. But hopefully you guys out there and maybe some other states can find them out there in the wild still. But I think that's it. So, this is a huge event. I don't think we're going to wait another year to go by to do Star Wars Part 3. But hopefully you guys liked what you saw here for the big National Star Wars Day. And until next time, stay safe, stay nerdy, mark your calendars, Silver City Con, July 18th, and may the Force be with you.